Buena gente, ahora vamos a continuar con la misión de Trazacaminos, que ya nos falta poco para terminar el Luofu de Xianzhou. Venimos de pelear contra... no me acuerdo cómo se llamaba, la cabeza con P. Era... algo así. Y bueno, venimos de la supuesta muerte de Ting Yun. Pero... no sé si creen que está muerto o no, pero la wikia dice que sí. O sea que creo que va a estar muerta. O sea... Y bueno, ahora hemos estado jugando un rato con Dan Gen, que nos solían a jugar. Y estamos en el mercado de los sanadores. Así que bueno, vamos a empezar. Pero vamos a hablar con Suyan. Pero quiero ver algo. Ah, igual no hay nada acá. A ver, ¿el mapa hay? En el mapa no hay nada. A ver.
What's up? Go? Go where? The Luofu is under lockdown. The Cloud Knight's operation isn't over yet. Relax. When the fight is over, I'll personally escort you and Mr. Locha home.
Ok. Bueno, como dije, iba a levelar a Suyan. Me está interesando. A ver, Suyan. Pacto de cacería. A ver. Añadimos, perfecto. Yo pensé que iba a ser para Guinafen, este cono de luz. Subimos. ¿A qué? A ver. Chao. Metemos este de 71. Bueno, este de los grandes. Bien. Ahí tengo uno de topas que no lo puedo usar. Y bueno, necesitamos para pelear. A ver, superponer no. Porque mira, acá está Suyan. Y acá está Guinafen. Después, rastros. Ah, necesito de estas lanzas. Canjeo de ascuas. ¿Qué haría la nueva? Ah, pero estos puedo subirlos, perfecto. Lo único malo es que, bueno. ¡Esa! Casi la cago. Pero rastro decía, ¿no? Suyan, acá. No, artefactos. Equipamiento recomendado. Que tengo. Efecto de ruptura. Pues miren cómo tengo Suyan. ¿Por qué tengo? El E4 recién me di cuenta cómo tiene. Listo, ya me convenciste, Suyan. Te voy a minear pronto. Bueno, ya hablé con Suyan. Vamos a hablar con Luocha.
You haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master Danheng?
¿Cómo lo sabes?
As home draws nearer, so our feelings grow stronger. I can see it in your eyes. Do you want to leave? Then do it now. The Cloud Knights will soon check our identities. I have somewhere else to be. I've tarried here too long.
Where are you going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
Ok, Lucha. Habla con la gente del mercado para comentar la situación. No, solamente... Si hay alguno que me interesa... Este NPC, a ver.
I heard the Starskiff connections are being reinstated. The people stranded at the Alchemy Commission should all be able to leave soon.
Ah, y bueno, encima, bueno, vamos a salir. Ahora no detienen o algo.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey.
Gracias, Suyan.
Both of you.
Te voy a levelear. Luocha no, porque bueno, ya lo tengo. No, tengo que seguir. El humo. Ojo.
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron
is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Videodora. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide, and refines it into medicinal pellets.
Ok. Puedo correr. No puedo hacer amague, si tengo que bajar. Ojo, y estos...
All the elixir crucibles that the Videodora helped to construct contain cloud hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
Uh-huh. But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one.
No sé si se escuchan. Voy a silenciarme un cacho.
Yet, cloud hymn magic is just the beginning.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajago? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse? These memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
Surging power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder.
Ok. Adiós.
Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
Hay como tiembla el agua por la gráfica de mala que tengo.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
You're here. It's time to pay the price! It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
Cambiar forma. Creo que está hablando del inhibitor Lunae.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I have nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch.
Hey, Shanking.
You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh?
Te conozco. Yo te conozco.
You look so familiar.
Look out!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
You...
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished. The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice.
Ooh.
I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me.
Usaré ambos.
I have no interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Out of the way!
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Lady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
So it begins.
Surrender!
Failed to send you.
The strength.
Tengo que destacar las espadas, soy un pelotudo.
Afraid to hurt the boy.
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
Failed to send you.
You two just won't give up. I only have one choice.
So familiar. Did she teach you? Then you deserve no mercy.
Can't delay any longer. I didn't wish to harm anyone. But there's no other way. Forgive me. Now.
I think this isn't over.
All of you listen to me. Stop.
Ok, Kafka entró en modo serio.
Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Luofu's hotshot general.
Xianzhou. Ah, no.
Qing Yuan.
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time.
¿Y qué hay del Dan Heng?
It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together? Lunarescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-life species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Danfeng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Danfeng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, an exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already
You did, but to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Danfeng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Danfeng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Danfeng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Danfeng is no more. Now, there is only Dan Heng. But I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must.
¿Qué pasa?
Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you. I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance. the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath, even if it means the end of the Luofu. Do you know something? When Don Fong committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The Dragon Transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the Ten Lords and Skyfaring Commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the Ten Lords Commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme, but you cannot hide fire with paper.
¿Qué es? ¿Imaginario? No, boludo. No se puede ver la información detallada. Ah, grandioso. Ah, sí, ahí dice. Acá dice imaginario. A ver.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Surge.
A foregone conclusion.
Heaven's Surge. Rise!
This is our chance.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Told you I could fight. Here! You can't run!
What the fuck is this?
Surge. Break!
Let's make it quick. Yeah!
Here is thunder. Time for the master stroke. Show no mercy.
Okay.
Try that again.
Heaven's Surge.
¿Tiene pasiva este? Xianzhou, Xianzhou. Habilidades. Ataque básico, talento. Nuevo caballero ya comenzaba a Ok.
Rise! Let's go.
A foregone conclusion.
Heaven's Surge. Break!
Xin Yuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seats of divine foresight relate the battle reports to me. As for Phantylia's plan...
Phantylia se llama.
The ambrosial arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Phantylia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Dan Han.
Huh? Is that... Dan Hung? You are Dan Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you.
Perfecto.
However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Phantylia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Tranqui, tranqui.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Dan Hung?
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dan Heng's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor,
por alto rango.
remnants of the curse of the Plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Videodora statue.
Ah, it looks so much like Don Hong. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Don Hong's brother?
No, I said... I guess.
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Videodora have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
Vamos. A ver, camino. Habla con la persona del salón. Solamente voy a hablar con los jugadores. Estel te mira mientras los se quedan mirando en silencio. No hay nada que preguntar. Te mueve su cabeza, no quiero hablar. ¿Por qué eso? Bueno. Fushuan.
Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before. Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes. Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Videodora reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
Análisis. Se ponía a vivir su buscar. Continuando, vamos a hablar con Marzo. ¿Va a sacar foto?
You scared the heck out of me. For a second I thought you'd annoyed the general. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the express? Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point.
Arr.
Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Don Hong.
Se te quiere, Marzo. Hablamos con Weljang.
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home. You're a member of the Express crew, Don Hung. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
Y a ver quién falta. Xinjuan.
Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
Gracias. Pensé que me iba a dar un discurso de 40 años. Y no quiero ese. Bueno. ¿Estamos listos? Xinjuan hablado. 7 de marzo hablado. Fushuan hablado. Stella hablada. Weljang hablado. Vamos. La trata del gran maestre está muy deteriorada por el paso del tiempo. Hay pequeñas inscripciones grabadas cerca de su base. Oremos en tiempo de peligro y lucha. Cuando la tierra se ve amenazada por un ser maligno, invoquemos el poder del antiguo océano y predicamos la voluntad de oscuridad con su luz. Bajo las hojas eternamente inquietas brillan las raíces de un árbol milenario. Dormidas durante mucho tiempo, cobra vida como una bestia que despierta después de invernar. Las restricciones impuestas por los antiguos grandes másteres, las ataduras que dominaban el poder de las bestias, formaban un entrado frágil que pronto se nacerá. Su caída será una advertencia para todos. Recuerdos del pasado emergen de la oscuridad, apoderándose de ti con fuerza. Se viene. Muy buena la música, La llegada del inhibitor lunar. Nueva zona. Había visto un cofrecito. Este, ¿no?
The annals mention that Scale Gorge Waterscape was
Análisis.
once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Vidyadhara used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jinyuan. General, are you planning to face Phantylia alone?
No.
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
Y ahí entramos nosotros.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
Vamos. Vamos. Objeto conseguido. Debe ser el tema. 130 de jade estelar. Eso merece una tirada. No estoy teniendo suerte.
These steps are so far apart. I gotta find a way down.
Y teníamos otro logro, a ver. Logros. Ferrocarril de las estrellas. Las perlas siguen brillando en la oscuridad de los océanos. Y luego sigue en la alta presencia del dragón oscuro. Sé testigo como Dan Heng separa las aguas del desviadero de las camas. ¡Es Moisés! Arre, pelotudo. Upa. Ok. Hay 15 cofres por acá. Y estoy viendo uno de ellos. Que no me deja abrirlo.
Use scale-gorge waterscape to seal the arbor. Treason! Blasphemy! You've lost your senses. You think this will gain the trust of the Xianzhou natives. Those who are not of our kind can never be of our mind.
I understand your misgivings, but my decision is made. That is the course we must take.
Very well. In that case, I will report you to the preceptors and have you stripped of the name and power of the High Elder.
This must be the first High Elder that accepted the mission to quell the Ambrosial Arbor. According to tradition, from then on, successive High Elders were obliged to return to the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. They would guide the tides of the ancient sea to guard and strengthen the Arbor's seal.
Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the Three Talons, the path to the Great Roots. It's the way to the root depths.
Is that some kind of riddle? Reverence to the Three Talons. What the heck does that mean?
What the heck?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
Oh, what a huge palace. Completely abandoned. That must have been difficult for them. Imagine how upset you'd be if you had to abandon me.
For the Vidyadhara, it must have been a necessary sacrifice.
Tenemos uno en el centro. Ok, nos vamos a llenar de cofrecitos. Me está lagueando un poquito, pero no es de mucho interés. Falta poquitín para el nivel 40. Lámpara reveladora. Una lámpara habitual de Vigadaya que contiene el poder sellado de esta raza. Enciende las lámparas en un orden determinado para bloquear el sello correspondiente de desviado de escamas.
This is one of the places mentioned in the riddle. One of the Three Talons. If we can break the seal here, we'll be a step closer to the roots of the arbor.
Those seals you mentioned, do you mean these weird-looking stone lanterns?
That's right. From what I recall, we have to touch these stone lanterns in a particular sequence to unlock the seals in this area.
Uno.
In that case then, I'll leave it to you.
Dos.
I'll do my best.
No, este es el 4. 3. ¿Cómo me di cuenta? Porque bueno, acá abajo está iluminado. Y 4. Como le gusta a Jin. Uno menos, faltan 2.
It worked.
General, did you hear about Miss Tingyun?
I received word from Lady Fu. The depth of Phantylia's infiltration, along with her meticulous planning, makes her extremely difficult to guard against. The Cloud Knights will carry out an investigation, but for now, our most pressing matter is to put a stop to Phantylia's scheme.
Si estamos en un momento tenso, no podemos pensar ahora en Tingyun.
What is this?
Miss March, I would advise you to refrain from interfering with the Vidyadhara.
Huh? The Vidyadhara? You mean these pearls will turn into people?
When the life of a Vidyadhara is over, they return to the ancient sea and form a shell before emerging anew. This is the hatching rebirth cycle.
Whoa.
Ok. Yo voy bien. Es una pequeña mano palmeada de dimensión ligeramente tocando. Solo antiguo manda sin cesar adulto solo de problemas adoloridos. Uff, men. A ver si lo puedo editar. Tengo que esperar que pase. Ahora. Tesorito. Vámonos. Rompo esto. No vamos. Hay otro sello por acá. Hay un cofre por ahí. Me voy. No sé cuántos cofres voy abriendo. Bueno, estoy obligado a enfrentármelo. Así que vamos a hacer esto.
This seal was already on the verge of breaking before the ambrosial arbor's resurrection.
Justo los 4, ¿eh?
There are abominations up ahead. Careful, everyone.
Burn away.
Repay. Don't get complacent.
A ver, Jarambe.
This battle is unavoidable.
In the name of Len, a will.
Primero vamos a poner escudito porque ahora este Jarambe cada vez que tiro la E nos ataca. Ataca el último que tiro la E.
You'll pay for this.
Get away.
Eternal sleep.
Lanza adicionales 2.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Muy bien. Sí, que ataca a Vapor. Que es el que parece tanque. Aunque Luofu tiene más vida.
I have something for you.
You won't get away.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and
Toma,
I'm no
Jarambe.
exception.
This ends here.
This battle is.
Además cargo la E. El 3. ¿Ves? Bueno, ven.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
Está.
Time for an overhaul.
Lend me your strength.
Hope you're prepared.
Ahí está.
I'll see you off.
I have something for you.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Casi lo mato.
Time for an overhaul.
Listo, nos vemos Jarambe.
Did you notice the flagstone the creature was stepping on? I wonder if it has any connection to the seal.
Losa de la revelación. Sigue la luz como indica la piedra. R. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sería así, ¿no? R. Tendría que poner así. Entonces, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2. No, sí, está bien. Si no me equivoco. ¿Qué hice? Arriba, abajo, arriba. Y la que cayó. Ah, no, para jugar. Entonces, ¿cómo sería? A ver, tengo que ponerme derecho. Qué pelotudo. Así está. No, R. Entonces, este es el 4. Bueno. Sería 1, si no me equivoco. Vamos por acá. Dos. Este. Tres. Y el 4 debe ser ese. Bien. ¿O no? Sí. Segundo sello. Me encantan los puzzles.
Let's head to the third seal.
A ver si hay un cofrecito por acá. No. ¿Cuántos cofres me quedan en esta zona? Un montón. Aquí espera, este debe ser un chanchito. No tengo prueba, pero tampoco dudas.
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
There's always a weakness.
I have something for you.
No, no era ningún chanchito. No, como hay tantos puntos débiles, normalmente es un chanchito cuando hay muchos puntos débiles, pero parece que en este caso no es. No es el caso. No, me troleó sabroso, Me acaba de trolear sabroso.
One step closer to the stars.
A seguir con los huevitos. Tenemos un enemigo ahí.
Practice target?
Interés cerval. Vamos a probar. No, no, no era ese. No era Himeko.
You have my gratitude.
Que casi me mata.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
In the name of Lend, a will forged in ice never falters.
Immortality means forever. Don't get complacent.
This battle is unavoidable.
Time for an overhaul.
This ends here.
Están todos. Chabón, me quitó todo el escudo.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
I'll see you off.
The dead return!
Ay, no rompí ningún escudo.
In the name of Lend, a
Pero yo me
will
rompí el
forged in
mío.
ice never falters. Hope you're prepared.
You chose the wrong enemy.
This battle is unavoidable.
Is that all?
Pará, que se puso como loco.
This ends here.
You won't get away.
Acomodo, bien.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Ay, no, qué pelotudo.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Y ahora se regenera el conchudo. No lo voy a matar más.
In the name of Len,
Hasta 40 años. Hasta que lo matemos. Dale, más.
You won't get away.
You'll pay for this.
Ah, solo contabilizo como uno. Ahí no llegué.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
I have something for you. Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire
Creo
to
que tengo que
control the
ahorrarlo para
heavens,
cuando
and I'm no exception.
imposible por el mar.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Barely felt it.
A miracle.
I'll see you off.
Time for an overhaul.
Criticazo. Los dos rounds.
Receive divinity.
You have my gratitude.
Repay.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
This ends here.
You chose the...
I have something for you.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
You won't get away.
Chabón, dale, otra vez se regenera. Qué paja.
Is that all? Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
I'll see you.
Hope you're prepared. In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
Time for an overhaul.
This battle is
No invoques más, no invoques más.
A miracle.
Nothing major.
You'll pay for this.
You won't get away.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
This ends here.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
I have something.
Ahí está, más daño, más
Enter
daño,
the
más daño.
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
This ends here.
Bien, le metimos más daño.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Bien, eso debería matarlo. Bueno, tampoco la pava.
You'll pay for that.
Time for an overhaul.
Hope you're prepared.
Como lo peso pesado.
Lend me your strength.
I have something for you.
I'll see you off.
Is that all?
Secret of the saints.
In the name of Len,
Te
a will
atravesó el
forged in
escudo.
ice never falters.
You chose the wrong end.
A
This battle is unavoidable.
You won't get away.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
This ends here.
Perhaps used humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
No lo mató.
Eternal
The dead return!
No lo mató.
Lend me your strength.
Chavo, morite.
This ends here.
Se murió, vamos. Yo decía, no se muere más. Ahora sí, cajita.
What a pleasant surprise.
30. La cortadora de pizza. 123, no me alcanza todavía. Vamos por acá. No, poquito. ¡Ah! Que me trabé sin querer. No hay cofre por acá, no veo ningún cofre. Me está persiguiendo, lo veo en el mapa. Puedo ir por abajo. Ah, pero tengo que ir ahí más tarde. O sea, bueno, vamos a ir en adelante. Bueno, continuando. ¿Cómo? No me jodas que... Ah, sí, entonces sí tengo que ir ahí. ¡Corregime con... ¡No! Y por acá...
The last of the 3 talents is here.
Bueno, ¿cómo sería esto? Tocar. Pero acá no me dice nada.
Beneath the lunar glow adorned, Vidyadhara eggs begin to form, and from the ancient sea rebirth, to walk again on solid earth. This mural describes the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth in the lunarescent depths.
This mural is pretty interesting. It looks like time hasn't had any effect on it.
This mural must be related to the others here. It tells the story of the Vidyadhara self-reincarnation, from hatching rebirth in the ancient sea, to the return to that same sea as the cycle begins again.
Hey, do you think this could be related to the seals?
Perhaps.
Perhaps? Fair enough. It's tough racking your brains all the time. I'm struggling to keep track.
Ok, bueno. Acá hay 4. Entonces...
Our people sing the hymn of clouds, and dance to water's cherished sounds. And high above the dragon flies, to each is destined different skies. This mural portrays the Vidyadhara young. They acquire knowledge and depart for different places on the Xianzhou, thereby dedicating themselves to serving the Alliance.
Pero no me dice nada sobre qué sigue. Ah, son 4 murales. Creo que el mural tiene algo que ver. Acá es un bebé. Después... Dos.
What seems to be the problem, Frey? It would appear the seals have you at a loss. Could the murals in our vicinity be related to the seals?
Eso estaba viendo. Sí. Después uno u otro. Puede ser este. Sí.
What seems to be the problem, Frey? It would appear the seals have you at a loss. Could the murals in our vicinity be related to the seals?
Ahí está. Listo, ahora el que cayó quedó. Listo, el último liberado. Y ahí se nos arma el puente. Va a ser tan lindo hacer un puente. De verdad, todo para vos.
The reverence to the three talons is complete. Now, we must head for the roots of the arbor. The roots of the arbor are still growing.
Ahí caigo más. Sí. Hay otros combates.
We must hurry.
Me sorprende esto. Otra vez la ciega esta, la elevada. Pero eso lo vamos a pelear. A ver. Pero creo. ¿Cuánto llevamos de tiempo? El problema es que peleamos mucho tiempo. Pero ese cofre sí te lo abro. Chao. O sea, lo voy a dejar fuera de cámara. Ya fue. Vamos, no perdamos más tiempo y sigamos. Ahí estamos a toda costa. Vamos. A ver, sabía, se piensa que no sé, Mira, otro más. Que me puede salir. 8 de 15 y hay un chanchito ahí, ojo.
Is that a dragon?
We've reached the end. These are the roots of the ambrosial arbor, where the vestiges of abundance lie. Reverence to the three talents. The path to the great roots. This is it. Under the power of the High Elder, the arbor's roots have formed into the image of a dragon. Now, I will break the final seal.
I hope everyone is prepared.
Yes. Vamos. Todos están leveleados. A ver. Primero vamos a prepararnos. Himeko, a ver. Artefacto, daño de fuego, sí. Luocha, Gepard. Defensa del escudo tocado por todo aumenta un 20%. Broña. No tengo de viento, pero bueno, a ver. Cona de luz, Himeko. Lo tiene leveleado. Lo tiene leveleado, perfecto. Artefactos, Seidorán. Aunque creo que no va a salir, creo que vamos a tener que esperar con. Necesito electro. Si yo... igual electro es Xianzhou. Xianzhou debe estar en el equipo. Ok. Necesitamos a Broña. Xianzhou. Primero Xianzhou. Luocha.
Would you prefer me to reveal or conceal, General?
Bronya y Getpar.
I will fight alongside you, Lady Bronya.
Sí, así. Ya cinemático, mira. Prepárense, se viene lo épico. Bueno.
Oh. Has the General of the Luofu chosen to grace me with his presence?
That witch! She was here waiting for us the whole time! Show yourself, PHANTYLIA!
And the benefactors, too. Oh, patience, patience. Let me make myself presentable. Now I see why the disciples of Sanctus Medicus hold themselves in such high regard. The Arbor's traces really do possess the power of metamorphosis and resurrection.
I command. All of you, ready yourselves. Done.
PHANTYLIA! What is she doing?
Vamos. A la verga.
Benefactors, behold this beautiful body. The miracles of
Bueno,
abundance live up
como
to
este es
the
un
name.
jefe, voy a silenciarme y ponerlo en lento.
Must be repaid.
Let's see if I can
Disfruten.
put it to good use. The very power that brought the Xianzhou long life, I will use to bring it destruction.
PHANTYLIA has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the Phantom Flowers. I'll go for the body. Vanquish the abomination!
I hope you're prepared.
So much bark with so little bite. Your attacks are futile. This body was born of the Arbor. You are but ants.
That's some strong wind!
March, careful! On my command. For the Xianzhou!
Pity you chose the way.
You will know justice.
Try untangling yourselves from this.
The weeds in my garden give me more grief.
Your arrogance betrays you.
The time is now! Lend me your strength! We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
I am the vanguard of the hunt. To victory!
Life finds a way.
I hope you're prepared. In the name of Landau, years of cold, hardens the will. We shall never fall!
at it.
Eternal sleep is not...
The dead will return!
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Phantylia, your scheme ends here. For the Xianzhou! Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Isn't that all? Nothing major.
A little more.
This ends here.
On my command to victory!
Crushing an ant with the weight of a star. How indulgent. The universe will end in destruction, and with it, the abundance and the hunt will disappear.
For the Xianzhou!
General of the Xianzhou, can your feeble strength survive this calamity?
Dan Heng, you take it from here!
Did you think it was over, Phantylia?
Oh, a scion of permanence. Have you finally remembered your duty of watching over the arbor?
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Phantylia, your scheme ends here. Vanquish the abomination! Time, Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
Allow me to see you off. Abyss flower, bloom.
1,000 thanks.
That which is seized must be repaid.
For the Xianzhou!
Is that all?
In the name of Landau, years of cold, hardens the will. We shall never fall!
You'll pay for this. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Eternal sleep is not...
The dead will return! Are we still ants to you, Phantylia? So much effort to crush us, and met with so little success. I wonder what the other Ravagers would think.
It's almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted with them. I'm afraid you won't have the chance.
Nothing major.
Blossom. It is time to put an end to this.
I underestimated you.
Out of ideas, Phantylia!
vanquish the abomination.
This battle is unavoidable. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Receive divinity.
It is time to put an end to this.
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return.
In the name of Landau, years of cold, hardens the will. We shall never fall!
Was that it?
For the Xianzhou!
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
The time is now. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
PHANTYLIA, your scheme ends here. Time for the Master Stroke. Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Forgive my indulgence. Your struggle in the face of certain death is touching. For my next trick, I shall turn each of you into my Void Rangers. The power of the destruction will eat away at your flesh and transform you into pawns of the great Nanook. Let's start with this arrogant Xianzhou general.
I wonder if the transformation of the Xianzhou general into a Void Ranger would cast the Luofu back into chaos. Destruction works in fascinating ways. What are you?
Do it!
Not bad, General of the Hunt. But all I lost was a body stolen on a whim. And you, how much longer can you last? The destruction of the Xianzhou is nigh.
Be gone, pawn of destruction. Tell the Legion that the vengeance of the Hunt will fall upon them.
General, are you okay?
La disfruté, me gustó. No fue tan épica como como contra Cocolia, pero sí estuvo muy buena.
I'm still alive. And it would seem the two of us can still coordinate our efforts. Phantylia, a truly fearsome enemy. If she hadn't attempted to turn me into a pawn of destruction, I'm afraid victory would have been far from certain. Phantylia had established a link between me and herself. Her well-timed strike gravely injured her. Thus, her connection to the Arbor was severed.
So it was all part of the plan? When Don Hung stabbed you, I was scared to death.
It takes more than that to destroy an emanator of destruction. Still.
Bueno, es un progreso.
Phantylia won't be stirring up trouble anytime soon. Don't worry about her infecting the Arbor again. It's just that sealing the Stellaron is going to take some time.
Leave that to the Master Diviner. I'm afraid I may be somewhat spent.
General, keep those eyes open.
No, para.
Now's not the time to fall asleep. Hey, wake up.
Oh. Un momento después llega Fusion y los Limbo Caballeros. Un estroquife lo lleva al santuario de la exhalación.
Fancy a coffee?
Una ofrenda fúnebre. En camino fúnebre. Prueba de equilibrio. Si ya somos nivel 40. Conseguido. Está hablando. Stel, ven tú sola a la comisión de misión. Te pediré las corderos. Siempre tuya, Casca. Contra el Luofu. No puedo irme, necesito tu ayuda. Los síntomas de posesión por Mara de Blade son muy graves. No puedo irme antes que se recupere. Pero aún no se canceló tu orden de búsqueda y captura. Sigue siendo el criminal más buscado. Te necesito, Estel. Ven a verme. ¿Dónde está? Mandando tu ubicación. Seguro que vendrás. Aquí te espero. De acuerdo. Bueno. Dice oferta fúnebre. Entonces aquí se confirma el destino de Tingyun. Pero primero vamos a hacer esto. Vamos a ir al... ¿Dónde estás? Nueva vocación de salón olvidado. Vamos a reclamarlo el nivel 40. Hola, Jimeko. Pom pom. Y pom pom re tranquilo. Stel. ¿Cuál me Trazacaminos? Nivel 40. Y haciendo la misión del avance tendremos 3 tickets más. Vamos a tirar un ticket regular, ya que tenemos. Y uno promocional. A ver qué sale el promocional. No creo que salga acá. Después de la cagada que me mandé. No. Y el regular. No. Nada. Ok. Y... ¿qué iba a hacer? Estaba olvidando. Ah, sí. Tenemos que volver. Sanctum de la Exaltación. Espera, ¿cuántas ascuas tengo? Saetas, mejor dicho. 215. No me alcanza. Ay, necesito 250. Pero creo que ya con esta misión alcanzaríamos, ¿no? Cristal perdido, no. No. Pero bueno, vamos a terminar el Luofu de Xianzhou, que es el último capítulo que nos queda. Era... Ay, qué boludo. No sé dónde fui. Vamos a continuar.
Fancy a coffee?
Se me con la lata. Ah. Pero tengo que ir ahí.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
No sé por qué me trabó si tenía que ir ahí. A ver. Después de un rato llega a la sala de promoción divina para preguntar por Xianzhou.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a General. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
General Fusion ahora es.
I don't think I can ever get used to this.
General Fusion.
It's a pleasure to see you all here today. Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest winds."
La cara que pone Estelle.
Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear.
I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Mira, ya Dangen volvió a ser Dangen. Ya no es el Invitor 9.
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised. They're finally here! Yippee!
Yippee!
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu. Within the Luofu's jurisdiction, you are to be treated with the highest standard of diplomatic protocol.
Mira.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
Espera alguna recompensa física.
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way.
Le pasa confuso el suceso relacionado con el desastre del árbol.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
It's not a mission. The Stellaron crisis, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection, not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me, so that I can reacquaint myself with a finer detail. So, Where should we begin? It appears that PHANTYLIA was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously. When the ambrosial arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. The Commission became a shadow of its former self. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the abundance. They succeeded all right. But why would PHANTYLIA's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme.
La quería para miniatura, pero para el video anterior que todavía no lo subí. A ver, aguarden. Bueno, que estoy guardando la captura. Listo, guardada.
The Stellaron hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu. Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou. That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on PHANTYLIA. That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong.
Algo que Jotinglin.
It was all so chaotic. When Phantylia took form, it was as if Ting Yun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Ting Yun was a puppet manipulated by Phantylia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Ting Yun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian kin. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
Entonces se confirma abanico con dibujo de un pez. El abanico que Ting Yun llevaba a todas partes. Tenía dos, pero perdí uno de ellos.
Things have come to a close for now. It's good that you came through unscathed.
Gracias por cuidarme, Mr. John.
The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Ting Yun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong. If neither of you has anything urgent, it'd be best if you came too.
Es que iremos. Marzo.
Oh, well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way, but we still managed to kick butt and save the Luofu without breaking a sweat. Feels kinda surreal. No way! Everything good has come our way due to our hard work. I'm not letting them take any of the credit. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't make a future that doesn't exist come true. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy.
¿Qué plan tiene a partir de ahora?
Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor.
¿Qué clase de favor?
The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate cosmic past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me, could it calculate my past?
¿Por qué no le pintas yo? Qué astuta.
Yup. When you're free, let's head over to the Divination Commission together and ask them for a favor.
Siento que marzo, con el tema del pasado, se viene un 5 estrellas de ella. Tangeng. No. No lo veo a Tangeng, No, este es un guardia. Marzo, Yang. Ah, ahí lo vi. Ya me está ahí sin hablar con Tangeng.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape. It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more?
Xianzhou no ha tomado ninguna acción contra ti.
There are only a handful of individuals who know my identity now. I do not wish to guess what could occur, but at least for now, I'm safe.
¿Qué harás ahora?
I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara. It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma, so I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. I'm sorry.
No pasa nada, Tangeng. Y listo, ya hablamos con los tres, así que bueno. Ay, pero me tendré que cruzar con esa misión. Pero no cruzármela, porque ya tengo pensado eso fuera de cámara.
Fancy a coffee?
Xianzhou,
I've never attended a memorial.
Seguro que esto que te han confiado. Acá está Yukon. Uy, que se me trabó ahí. Bueno, ¿qué pasa?
This year they only exported 1.5 million tons of scented grass, a 60% drop compared to the year before.
Yukon. ¿Y cómo se llamaba ella? Creo que es el único personaje que no tengo de los 4 estrellas. O es un 5. Hay una galería de personajes sin tener que ir al guía. No, este no. Estantería, formación, comentario, inventario. Logros. Ayuda a Xianzhou a derrotar a PHANTYLIA. Derrota a 80 enemigos con ataques adicionales. Perfecto. Vamos a hablar con Yukon. ¿Cómo se sentirá?
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will.
Shueshi.
Our condolences, Hellmaster.
Se confirmó su muerte.
You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Luofu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou? And Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Son muchas preguntas.
Madam Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept.
Chabón, se quiere largar a llorar, posta.
Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. Brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, They leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell, as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Phoxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Phoxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
You always did say that I like to gossip. And here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh. It's you. For a moment, I thought she'd return. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Amicassator's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is. Looks like some kind of antique? But who'd want to hold on to something like this?
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Phoxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yanming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yanming, it seems like this is a gift for you, from Miss Ting Yun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Ting Yun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames, to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild, was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek. Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Ting Yun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Ting Yun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yan Ming got? We should take a look.
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds. It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
Conde Insomne.
This bow. It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me, could it? All right, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here. I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife. I've never seen Miss Ting Yun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again? Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
Ting Yun, what am I going to get for you? If only you...
Bueno. Episodios que pegan fuerte,
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Yo pienso que es un cortador de pizza.
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today?
¿Cuántos años tiene? Y habla como adulta.
Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product. Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or vegetations in the alchemy cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels. One that nobody on the Xianzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting Yun today?
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Tingyun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame. Well, hold on a sec.
Okay. Let me see el que preparo.
Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Tingyun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all of you to try a cup.
No té mezcla de Tingyun. Llega al callejón Auro. Por curiosidad. Creo que era 250, ¿no?
Abacus.
Sí, era 250, o sea, no lo puedo comprar por ahora. Estamos terminando el capítulo. Estamos a nada de terminarlo.
Fancy a coffee?
Chavos, nunca tiene un cortador de pizza gigante.
The Luofu is famous for its mung bean soda.
Ah, Kinke.
Gotta give it a try.
Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Xianzhou?
Recién me di cuenta de Kinke.
Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about...
Ay, disculpa.
Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore.
Típico de Tingyun.
The Luofu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've gotta give it a try.
Callejón Aurum. Cero es... Este es nuevo. Ok, cofrecitos por acá.
Spices Supreme. Check out that sign. Here it is.
Decía completa la prueba de equilibrio para... Solo déjame abrir otro cofre más, si encuentro, como este. Bueno, listo, vamos.
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today?
Vengo a traer un regalo de Tingyun.
Something from Miss Tingyun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero, and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it. She probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aram Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of whistling flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something.
Se ve que era muy querida Tingyun.
Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right?
Miss Tingyun couldn't tear herself away from work, so we've had to gift this on her behalf today.
Really? Thank you so much. Why don't I give you all a demonstration and prepare a dish? My treat. I'd love to repay this kindness.
Xianzhou iba a la cocina trasera y sacó un plato humeante de cocina. Comida. Ay, qué pelotudo.
Oh, speaking of which, it was our chili beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. It's spicy, sumptuous, and guaranteed to get the mouth watering. Not even a girl as refined as Tingyun could resist the temptation.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
Mr. Yanming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Tingyun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
No, solamente quería saber si había cofres, pero por ahora no. Hay una entrada acá, ¿no? ¿Por qué dice que hay una entrada si no puedo pasar? ¿Cuánto llevamos de gases estelares? 73. Igual, no pasa nada. Sí, esto es una entrada, o sea que está disponible en un futuro. Cofrecito. Cofrecito. 4 de 7. Vamos a dejarlo en 5. Si se da la chance, obviamente. No. Sí, ahí está, 5. Los otros dos los voy a buscar más tarde. Así que vamos a seguir. Espera, que apareció algo. Apareció algo que no lo pude ver, dale, puto. No, no vamos a pelear con el jefe. Ustedes han puesto 1000 estrellas. Excelente. Vi que estabas por aquí a través del sistema de robo grullos. Necesito tu ayuda, asunto es urgente. Hace media hora el cielo está dando motos de forma extraña. Se debido al fenómeno Yin y Yang provocado por la mola del cielo. Los detalles técnicos son complejos, no puedo explicar todo. Es un problema que grave que está a punto de explotar la serie y parece que está a punto de explotar. El Luofu no puede tomar. Pongan pausa si quieren leer. Chao. Estoy en contacto con él. infinita ya tocó el cielo. Visión de acompañante. Pero primero vamos a tener que... No, ese no. Tengo que continuar la misión que está caminando. Eso lo voy a hacer... fuera de cámara. Porque solamente voy a seguir los Trazacaminos y continuación del Trazacaminos, que son las dos misiones más importantes. No había visto el puente. Acá está Yukong.
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Luofu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Ting Yun and the Guild, the Luofu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Luofu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me, those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Vamos a pensar cuando enterra a mi madre. Posta. A pensar.
Paper kites are often gifted to children, but as a symbol of spreading one's wings and soaring high up into the sky, they are also a comfort to Foxian pilots.
If you're ready, please select a few items to place aboard the star skiff.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
Estoy entre el sello del embajador. Prefiero la cometa de papel.
This time we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Luofu. This small seal is the foundation of the Xianzhou's prosperity.
Ah, mira, puedo poner todos.
This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you. This is a gift from Miss Xianzhou on behalf of all the restaurants on Arum Alley. You're going to love this.
The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Tingyun. I will seek out the truth, and if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
Fancy a coffee?
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Luofu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
Two gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
¿Por qué no me pone un TP acá cerca? Dale, no quiero dar toda la vuelta con la escalera.
Fancy a coffee?
Ya estamos terminando. Quedan 3
Would you like me
partes.
to relay your message?
O sea, quedan 3 pasos, porque vi. Obviamente no me fijo los detalles, solamente me fijo los pasos.
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Luofu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Luofu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Luofu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a jade abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship.
Te cobro con esta vela perfumada.
Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a jade abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never be broken. The same is true of this jade abacus. It is a record of the Luofu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Luofu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Sí.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
¿Por qué ponen esas caras? ¿Acaso lo iban a hacer?
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Don Hung.
General.
In accordance with the edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Luofu.
Yeah.
Nice!
Pero...
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled. I bid you farewell.
Discute con tu compañero los planes futuros y opcional despierte a las personas que consiste el Xianzhou antes de regresar al expreso. Bueno. Shanking, a ver.
Oh, hi. I know we haven't got the chance to get acquainted, but I've heard a lot of good things about the crew from the General. I have to say, I'm very impressed.
Me gustaría que... Me voy de Luofu.
So soon? I wanted to help the General, but things didn't turn out how I wanted them to be. I've learned my lesson. Also, I have a rather abrupt request. After fighting Don Hung, I feel like my skills are lacking somewhere. If you have any time to coach me... Deal. Safe travels.
Ojalá me toques. Ya tengo tu cono de luz, miren. Tengo el cono de luz de Shanking. Que lo tengo puesto en Doctor Ratio. ¿Ven? Tengo que levelear. Kinsu. Arre. Y ganó un disco. Quiero ver si hay alguno más. Dice opcional, pero ¿dónde? ¿Con quién puedo hablar? ¿Dice? A ver si hay algún lugar donde... Solamente quiero hablar con los personajes jugables. Por ejemplo, Xianzhou es un personaje jugable. A ver. Sí, hay algún par, ¿eh? Xianzhou ya hablé. Palacio de Astrum. No, boludo. Sí, hay mucho que puedo hablar, Misión de alquimia. A ver, ¿algún panorámico? No.
Fancy a coffee?
Era acá, ¿no? Palacio Astrum, sí. Acá está Yukon. Sí, vamos a hablar con todos. Yukon debería estar por acá.
There's a poem that says,
No la veo. Ah, enfrente del palacio. Qué boludo. Yo pensé que estaba dentro del palacio. Ah, ahí está. Solamente, como dije, voy a hablar solamente de los personajes jugables.
Are you off then?
Me voy de Luofu.
The Xianzhou Luofu is all the richer for your brief time with us. I offer blessings on behalf of the Skyfaring Commission on the eve of your departure. If you require resupplying during your journey, you can always count on us.
Gracias, Yukon. Vamos con Sushan, que dice enfrente de Sleeper's Earl. Sleeper's Earl. ¿Dónde queda eso? Centro de estación, máquina expendedora. Sería acá, ¿no? Acá, Sushan, sabía yo. Recoger. Sushan.
Hi.
¿Estás escuchando las historias de Mision?
Sure am. Things have been in constant turmoil since I transferred to the Luofu. Now that I've got a little free time, I'm here to listen to some storytelling. Are you... Sorry, I've met so many people recently. You seem unfamiliar. Judging by your clothes, you must be an outworlder.
Soy amiga de Ángel.
I see. Silent but Deadly told me something about meeting up with a friend. You must be them.
Don Misterio.
Pretty accurate nickname, right? That guy has a lot on his plate. It's enough to make you worry. The fact you're standing here right now must mean things are pretty much taken care of?
Me voy de Luofu.
Is that so? Well, before you leave, I recommend listening to Mr. Xian's Legend of the High Cloud Quintet. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be an epic hero. I never get tired of hearing about the quintet. I'm sure you'll love it. You should bring Don Hung along next time. We can chat over some tea. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I won't take any more of your time. Good luck.
Gracias. Santuario. Porque ahora está Kinke. Si me estoy fijando acá donde están los jugables. Encuentra Kinke Sanctum Exhausting. Era por algún lado de acá, ¿no? Si me encuentro alguno, perfecto. Es que tiene tantos lugares. Ah, acá, Sanctum Exhausting. Por acá.
Fancy a coffee?
Supuestamente debería estar por acá. No. Acá, Kinke.
I don't believe in ghosts.
I'm guessing seeing you here probably means that your affairs on the Xianzhou are mostly complete.
Me voy de Luofu.
Is that it? I thought you were gonna stay for at least a little longer. Did Welt learn how to play Celestial Jade in the end? If he hasn't got the hang of it yet, tell him to come see me, and I'll show him the ropes. Oh, I haven't asked you yet. Are you interested in learning yourself?
Claro, señor.
I thought so. Come back when you have time. I'll teach. We're in agreement then. You can come back anytime and I'll teach you how to play.
Bueno, en el mismo lugar. Bueno, en la misma sede, pero en otro lado debería estar Bailu. Nos encontramos muy poco con Bailu. Debería estar por acá, dice. Straight ahead for the Court of Tranquility Teleport. Corte de la tranquilidad. Cerca del corte. No.
Hey,
That tree remained dead. And it figured now's a good
Yo soy una
time
niña
to come
ciega.
back to
A ver qué
life.
dice.
Is that you, big sister? I knew it was you by the sound of your footsteps.
Soy yo, planeo algo.
You're leaving? Thank you for helping me. And thanks to Danshu too.
Danshu.
I should be taller the next time you're back, so I won't be such a burden on everyone. By the way, is Danshu okay? Me and my friends are worried about her. We haven't heard from her since the last time she delivered the medicine.
Se tomó un año sabático para estudiar cosas de formación.
Oh, I understand.
Limpio le decís murió de
Very
secas.
hard work. We shouldn't bug her. When I grow up, I want to be a great alchemist like Danshu, making medicine and helping the incomplete ones. Well, bye-bye, big sister. Have a
Bueno, dijo cerca del teleporte de la corte. Acá debe ser. Por acá debe estar Bailu, ¿no? Bailu. Si voy por acá.
My dad is an ace pilot. He finished the Gray Sky route in 12 parsecs.
Straight ahead for the Court of Tranquility. Pues no lo veo. Acá debería estar Kinke. Acá, Bailu.
Hello!
Me voy de Luofu.
To start your next journey. That's great! I can't wait to escape the commission again. Oh, make sure you come visit. Next time you're here, we'll put my plan into action. I've got it all figured out. We sneak out, head over to Arm Alley, and pick out on the snacks there.
O simplemente podría ser. Entonces,
It's a deal. And don't forget to come see me if you get any headaches, fever, tendon pain, joint pain, anything. My treatment is on the house.
Ok. Ahora que voy a cargar mi celular. Que está acá sin batería. No vaya a ser que... Upa, me asusté. What? ¿Sigue grabando? Sí. ¿Sigue grabando? Sí. Bueno. Decía santuario, ¿no? Callejón Oro... Comisión de la adivinación. Acá. Ah, pero ¿dónde? ¿Dónde voy a encontrar a Fushuan? Acá. Con Calve Hall.
Hiding out at the Divination Commission. That's a bold decision.
No, debe ser una zona segura. A ver, Fushuan.
101010.
Acá está Fushuan.
Are you here to say goodbye?
Me voy del Luofu.
There's no need to be so anxious. I predict that you will return to the Xianzhou often, and you will definitely continue to trouble us when you do. Therefore, forget about any farewells.
Aunque el resto de esto sí es una despedida, ¿no?
Alright, okay, I understand. I wish your travels be fleeting of foot, and may your crises be effortlessly resolved.
Gracias. A ver si falta alguno más que me haya encontrado. Luocha. ¿Luocha estará por acá? También con este celular que se me traba cada rato. Aguarde. ¿Cómo vamos con la grabación? Vamos, 2 horas 40. Ok, es un capítulo larguísimo. Signwood Pavilion Teleport. Signwood Pavilion. Acá. Xianzhou. Ah, no, era la NPC que habló.
Fancy a coffee?
Y listo, ya hablé con todos, así que bueno, ya vamos a despedirnos. Bueno, dale, que se viene el 2.0. Yo con un cortador de piezas gigante.
What is your purpose for...
Nos vamos a despedir. Se termina el capítulo.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gate's reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Danheng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried.
Sí.
I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou? Oh yeah, there are some people we haven't said goodbye to yet.
Fine. Danheng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
Danheng and I will go back to the Express first. You and March finish up here and come back soon, alright?
When I left the train, I only had time to say a quick goodbye to Himiko. I should go back and give her an update.
Regresa el expreso y bueno, ya podemos regresar. Y bueno, con esta terminamos. Este es el último paso que me quedaba.
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
Llegamos. No sé que era poeta, señor.
You're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey.
Recordando que Yang está casado.
This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys.
Sí, sí,
Walt
sí.
can stay on the Express.
Oh, no que no se muera.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
¿Cuál es nuestro próximo destino?
Penacony. Do you remember? Before Kafka's proposal, that was our original destination.
Colonia Penal. Lo recuerdo.
The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the place.
Mañana.
So I accepted.
Mañana tendremos esto. Ya con el nuevo update. Pero bueno, tendría que jugar la continuación de Trazacaminos, entre otras cosas.
When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
Mientras tanto, la presión de los encadenados. A ver. ¡Luocha!
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you? Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler. What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question.
They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou. What was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingwen. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
¡Jingliu! Misión de Trazacaminos, interludio. No te pierdas las siguientes entregas. Dedicación visitante. Xianzhou está visitando el expreso. Puede que te encuentres con Xianzhou cuando regreses al tren. No te Trazacaminos de Estel. Aún hay tiempo antes de que parte del expreso. Iré a charlar con Mazo para pasar el rato. Con la nueva actualización de ilusiones simuladas de pasión espacial. La verdad, la pasé bien. Esther, ¿está libre? Hay algo que me gusta invitarte. ¿Quieres que te proteja? No, bromé, quiero conocer a la gran maestra del Luofu. Necesito aclarar algunas cosas del pasado para saber quién es el error y completo lo que ocurrió en mi vida pasada. Entonces me quedaré hasta el final. Muchas gracias, nos vemos en el pabellón 5. Esther, ¿estás ahí? ¿Qué sucede? Acabo de recordar que hay algo que me llamó la atención cuando estaba sobre el Luofu. La gran materia de presagio de la comisión de adivinación. La gran idea usó esta cosa para interrogar a Kafka y pudo ver el pasado aunque ella no dijo nada. Así que estaba pensando si podría usarlo conmigo. ¿Por qué eso lo hiciste cuando estaba...? El Luofu acaba de pasar un gran problema. Xianzhou estaba herido y la gran enemiga tenía que hacer todo. Medio vergüenza me hizo un asunto tan trivial. Pensé que sería mejor escapar, aunque no estuviera tan ocupado para ir a la comisión de adivinación y hablar con ella. No hay problema. Sabía que era la mejor. Aquí algo que te puede gustar, fantasmas errantes. Una joven que entra en tu canal, una fantasma. No apto para menos de 200 años, una especie de mato. No. Mándame a Xianzhou, por favor, me gusta que siga aquí. ¿Cómo veo todo esto? Ajá, parece que te interesa. Aún no he editado el video, así que no te enviaré el enlace por el momento. ¿Qué te parece esto? Si de verdad te interesa, ven a buscarme. Me interesa mucho. Bien, date persecución de esa curiosidad que te quema por dentro. Estoy en el callejero Aurum. Esta es la ventaja pelirroja. Sí, si ves a una vieja pelirroja, esa soy yo. Y bueno, tenemos otra continuación de Trazacaminos. Y bueno, esta misión de Trazacaminos voy a tener que hacer fuera de cámara. Y vamos a continuar con las misiones de continuación de Trazacaminos. Tenemos 3, la verdad, Vamos a continuar con ellas, Así que bueno. Un momento, que quería ver algo. Logros. Que creo que tengo para abrir antes de irme. Activa 20 anclas. Era una de plata. Del espacio Luofu Xianzhou. Este era. Adiós Luofu Xianzhou. Participa en la ceremonia con su espiritual y forma una alianza con Xianzhou. Y vamos a abrir... ¿Dónde está? Salto. Sí, quedaba uno. Y no va a tocar nada seguramente. Era obvio. Bueno. Saltamos la animación. Bueno. Gracias por acompañarme en esta serie de Honkai Star Rail. Mañana es el update del 2.0 y voy a tratar de cumplir las misiones requeridas. Vamos a continuar con la misión de continuación de Trazacaminos. Si no requiere nada, vamos a continuar con la misión de Trazacaminos. Pero por ahora, si requiere continuación de Trazacaminos, voy a continuar con ellas. Pero gracias por acompañarme en esta serie. Ya completamos la estación de espacial alerta. Ya completamos ya los 6 y ya completamos el Luofu de Xianzhou. Mañana, nuevo update con nueva zona por explorar. Y nada más que explicar. Gracias por acompañarme. Suscríbanse al canal, Google Gameplays. Síganme en Instagram, en Twitter y en la plataforma morada. Obviamente no va a terminar. Va a continuar. Voy a continuar subiendo videos de misión de Trazacaminos y continuación de Trazacaminos de Honkai Star Rail. Muchas gracias por acompañarme en esta serie. Un saludo a todos. Y nos vemos en la próxima.